G'day, Ben from Melbourne here, and today we're going to do my best new vinyl releases of 2025. Of course, it's all Australian, and of course, it's better than anyone else's top 10 of 2025. I waited until a bit later because one of these records came out in late December and I wanted to wrap my head around a little bit more, just in fairness, because often those late ones get missed. Actually the early ones get missed too because people sort of forget about them. But anyway, let's jump right into it. This is in no order because even though my last name is Rankins, I'm not a ranker. I love it all. Can't do it. Can't say this is better than that because it's music, man. It's not fucking sport. No, I love sport, but this is different. Anyway, rhubarbed with a little bit of bullshit in there. Lots of hand movements too. Anyway, let's start Melbourne's own Metho with their record Methylated Spirit. This one's on Poison City Records, which a lot of great punk stuff is on. This is, got fine pedigree with members from Nation Blue, Harmony, Mid-Youth Crisis, The Stevens, and of course our favourite from Split System is Jackson Reed Briggs on vocals and guitars. The sound of this, it kind of swings between that Split System style of punk, which has that Saints Radio Birdman hooks and catchy choruses, but this is a bit harder. And it has a lot of 1 minute or just over blasts of hardcore style punk, which is a bit different to Split System. There's also some weird sort of spoken word talking about setting things on fire with methylated spirits. I guess it fits in with the scene. So there's your back cover there. And I'll show you the insides. Oh my God, so many bits of paper. This is just on black vinyl with a groovy label. And what else is inside it? There's Metho sticker, some wordage, some band photos with a bit of information, and what's this? Poster of the front cover. Killer record. Now next up is Floodlights with their record Underneath, another Melbourne band. Sort of this, I don't know. I want to call them the indie rock hunters and collectors, mainly because there's that authoritative booming Mark Seymour style of vocals on this. It's got the tight, heavy musicianship you would expect. It's something a little bit different. There's female vocals, a bit of trumpet. Invented a new instrument there. You might call it the trumpet, but you'd be wrong. Gives it some extra layers to this band's sound, but also, it harks back to that, I don't know, I just keep wanting to say hunters and collectors. Remember in the 80s when indie rock had a big sound and even bigger shower-long choruses and tons of hooks? This is that kind of thing. Floodlights probably would have been pretty successful if they came out then, but damned if this isn't fucking good to have a band like this now. So this is on the PAS label, and the vinylage just black with white labels and, white on one side and a bit of a picture on the other. And there's a little bit of shit inside. Some wordage. We love wordage. so we can sing along to them big choruses. Drink break. All right. Next up, we've got Grinding Eyes with their record Out of Focus. And those of you who say I'm Melbourne-centric, well, I'm going to prove you wrong, because these dudes are from Sydney. They want you to know that this is recorded to tape. It's important these days, you know. It's got like that droning guitar sound, lush melodic hooks, and like driving, you know, that krautrock inspired repetition in the rhythm section. It's kind of like shoegaze psych with a pinch of that like Sonic Youth, Velvet Underground. It's pretty epic sounding, great like record. I believe Mike Carlson was a big fan of this, again on Poison City Records. And let's look inside. Well, that's a bit boring. So's that. But that's not. Okay. Next up. Been a while between drinks for the mighty Shepherd and Airplane with their record Forecast, and we're back to Melbourne. Known for their frenetic kind of blend of jagged melody, punk rock discourse, and screaming feedback. Shepherd and Airplane, this new record, it's got all of that in there for sure. Plus, it's it's a bit more concise, contained, if you will. But that. I don't want it to sound like they're more commercial. It's just like they've just brought together stuff which was off the other albums and just put it into like 3-minute sort of songs. There's also a bit of organ on one of the songs here, supplied by serial collaborator Michael Beach, who's great in his own right. It's got that cool dry guitar sound. Like the vocals are in the mix, which it should be in this kind of stuff. But and just fucking killer rhythm section. Great band. This is on Wing Sing Records, who brought us The Peep Temple. I like this cover, but I think the inner, that's a bit shit. Wordage. Black with kind of groovy labels. So Shepherd and Airplane, great band. Good to see him back in the saddle. Next up, we have the Misanthropes with their record Headlands, more Melbourne action. This is, got some fucking awesome people in it from some awesome bands, from Lover Diagrams, Sea Scouts, and Sewers. I just can't talk some days, but anyway. It's got that, just fucking thundering drums, big bass, driving bass, and really sharp guitar sound, like a lot of that cool post-punk stuff. It's got a noise rock sound, but there's a bit more to grab onto hook-wise than most noise rock. This might sound weird, but it's like a surprisingly listenable record. You know how noise rock, it's like, whoa, and you need a rest after. This is, it's a repeat play record. Lot to chew on this. Because it's just got great songs. Noise rock can sometimes, I love noise rock, can be more about the sound than the songs, but this is really about songs. I'm probably, making you think this is harder sounding than it probably is. Fantastic. Now this is on Unibun, I don't know, whatever that record label is there. Ooh, look at that. 47 of 100. let's look inside. Little bit of whatever that is. And look at that, hard enough, you'll have a psychedelic experience. And black vinyl with the nice labelage, which copies the cover. It's of course Tim Evans, did I not already say that? From the Bird Blobs, Sea Scouts, and Mouth way back in the day. Fucking amazing bands. Good to see he's back doing what he does best, which is fucking up your ear holes. Alright, change of pace. Jack Latta with his record Separation Rock, originally from Sydney. This is like a live in the room recording, minimal takes apparently, where they left all the good bits in, where you would hope they would. And it's got that, like, it's real reverb apparently on all this stuff. Like I don't know if it's like I can't remember or it actually doesn't say, but it's got that like 60s studio reverb chamber sound. I don't know if they achieve that naturally or, well, it says somewhere on their Bandcamp or bio page that was a big deal to get that kind of reverb. But it's real reverb. Jack Latta's got a real baritone voice. A self-described psychological rock and crisis singer. Yep, this is a little bit of a melancholy record, but he does have a bone-dry sense of humour, which I enjoy. But just great singer-songwriter stuff for now, as in these days. So this one is on Worse Worldwide, which I don't know that label, but good name. So there's Jack looking happy, but you know, that goes against the grain of these songs. Some wordage. What's the vinyl look like, kids? There's a lot of black ones this year. Black is back, baby. Just on the white labels. Fantastic record. Really enjoy it. Now, let's get back into the punk rock with Clam and their record Serious Acts. Another Melbourne band, punk trio, add a bit more synths to their like raw, visceral fucking sound, and it really works, the synths in this. Yeah, intense, cathartic stuff. Really great, commanding vocals on this one. This is on Meat Machine Records. Really good band. I think this is their third record. All their stuff's worth checking out. Wordage, Artage, Black Recordage. More Black Recordage with stylish labelage. A lot of idge in here. Anything else? No. Clam, baby, with a double M. Check them out. Now, for a band that I sold more records for than maybe the Triffids, is Civic. I think a lot of people overlook this record. You know, Melbourne band, of course. This one's called Chrome Dipped. Unfairly overlooked, I think, after the previous Shed Burner Taken by Force, which was an amazing record. They push themselves a bit further and kind of a reimagining of proto-punk into an almost heavy new wave post-punk sound, which I don't know if that'll put people off, but I like this band because, you know, they could have just continued with that raw Australian classic punk sound, but they're trying to evolve, and I really dig this. Like, there is a decent amount of punkers on here, but they've just sort of expanded their sound a bit more. And yeah, there's some really cool studio touches as well. This one comes out on ATO Records. It's a really good record. Like, it's one where, like, I think the more you listen to it, the more you'll dig it. So here's the inner photo of the band, who does what, and all that shit. Unreadable wordage. Hold on to your wigs, because there's actually some colored vinyl, some like grey chrome. Well, it's called fucking chrome dip, so perfect color for the vinyl. All those fans of Taken by Force, check this out. It's not actually really good. It is fucking really good. Okay, what are we up to? Tape Off with their record Fort Sensible, Brisbane band. Fucking split seams is the way they sent it to me. I ordered off them from bloody Bandcamp. But anyway, kind of an alt-rock band with punk tendencies, or would you say they're a punk band with a soft spot? I don't know. But it's got that, meticulously crafted guitars, big robust rhythms that we love. Sort of has that shift between intricacy and fucking punk intensity. In the 90s, this would have just been called indie rock, because back then the guitars had a bit more bite, and you could hear the punk influences in that kind of music. But, still has great hooks and melodies, unlike the barista man bun wearing cardigan I'm in touch with my sensitive side that passes for indie rock now. But I don't know, kind of like that cover. There we go, back cover, looks like Bris Vegas. This one is on Coolin' by Sound Records. Let's have a little looky inside. So we've got the inner, some cool live shots of the band, a shed. Obviously they burned that down when they were recording with their shed burner tendencies. And look out, some coloured vinyl. Beautiful blue. The green labels look great with that. So yeah, Tape Off with Fort Sensible. Last is Voice Imitator with the awkwardly titled Of How Hits. Melbourne band, probably could be described as a post-noise rock in the wake of My Disco and even bands like Mucka Cane. Kind of blends that punk, avant-garde, post-punk rhythm with the industrial noise, and they sort of create their own unique tension-filled sound. It's not like relentless noise, like, if you know what I mean. It's kind of the opposite. It's minimalist. Like, there's lots of bits where that's where the My Disco influence comes in, where it just breaks it down to the real elements, and then it explodes. Like, it's quite expansive in that way. I love this record. I think it was a bit of a sleeper, if you will. One that, didn't listen as intently, but the more I put it on, the more I wanted to put it on, if you know what I mean. This is on 12XU label. We'll again look inside. So the inner, a blurry photo, some wordage, and back to the classic black vinyl. And so, yeah, that's my 10 favorite new releases for 2025. See you in the next one.